We broke the dog.
You broke the dog?
Yeah. The thing was, so we got him like 3.5 years ago.
Yep.
I've never had a dog before. Always wanted one, and then we moved out of the flat in London to a house in the garden for time to get a dog. And he was alright, the training went okay in the beginning. I was working in London a couple of days a week. He would stay on his own for 4 or 5 hours, and then lockdown. And I never thought we'd have to leave him the whole way through lockdown as well. So he was basically up my ass the whole way through lockdown. And now he won't come out from up there.
Okay.
So he's got like, a lot of times like attention. So if I walk in the lead and I go to talk to someone or say hello or give someone a hug or shake their hand, he's like jumping up and whining and barking and everything. If she takes the lead and I walk more than a foot away, he's going mental. Or if we're in the pub and I go to the toilet, he goes mad.
We'll go down here and see what's happening. There's lots more people down here.
Shut. Thank you.
Okay, so he's very much wants to move at 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm going to see what happens when we stop. We'll get some people to come over. We're just going to
Oh, nice one, buddy.
tuck
Thank you
in
very much.
here.
He's in daycare once a week,
Yep.
and I was telling them that we're coming down, and they're like, "Why? He's perfectly behaved."
Yeah.
And it's like he never barks. He doesn't attention seek there. He's good on the lead.
So what makes him bark?
I'm not going to do it.
All right.
No. That's what makes
Okay.
him bark. Yeah. He's obsessed.
Wait.
He's obsessed with that. And he'll do anything to get to them.
Sit. Nope, sit. Matt,
Yeah.
you can come back. Sit. Okay. Leave again for me. Sit. Come back for me. Sit. Nope. Good boy. Sit. Nope. When I pass you the lead, he's going to want to jump straight up at you.
Right.
This is his needy behaviour.
Yeah.
Like, he's obsessed with you in an unhealthy manner, i.e. you can't leave or things like that. So I don't want you to greet him with words. I don't want you to touch him. I don't want you to talk to him. What I want you to do is, as I pass you this lead, I want you to bring your hand almost straight down this lead and pull him, because as he jumps up, I need you to straight away disagree with him jumping up. Take a few steps towards me. Stay there. So as I pass you that lead, put your other hand straight down that lead, bring him to your side, straight by your side. That's it. Into a sit.
Sit.
Good. Breathe. So he needs to learn that calmness will get you to come back.
Yeah.
Calmness will get attention from you. This frantic, whiny, needy, jumping up, that's not going to get him anywhere. He lives in this it's almost like a panic state. Yeah, but then when he does that, you're like, so straight up on his lead and then into a sit.
Sit.
That's neediness. What it is it's a bit like a child in a sense. You having a conversation and a child going, Dad, 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 cut it out. Or you go, all right, come on, let's go. And then the child does that every single time. Then you can't go out, you can't have babysitters, you can't do anything like that because the child has learnt.
Sit.
And that is literally because he wants attention from you and he's not getting it. But he needs to learn that he has to behave a certain way in order to get that attention. The reason he has these anxiety issues is, one, he has that unhealthy attachment to you. That is because he's allowed to
Sit.
He gets too much attention at the wrong time, so attention when he does things like that. When he whines and he barks, you end up coming back, so that behaviour is reinforced. When you're at home, he's allowed to follow you room to room. When you're in a new place, he can't sit for longer than 10 seconds without coming back up and going, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. He has no impulse control. He doesn't know how to stay grounded. Yeah. So if you're sitting down on the sofa, he probably stays with you. But if you've got up to make a cup of tea, he'll come with you.
He'll follow right into the kitchen.
Yeah. So if you're up and down, into a sit. So if you're up and down all over the place, he's up and down with you. So he's never see how he just can't sit there.
Yeah.
The simplest activity we teach a dog is sit. Yet they can't do it. They can do the action, but then they're straight back up onto something else. So it's like, oh, that smell, that dog, that person. Oh no, where are you going? Oh, what are you doing? Where are you? So they're constantly up, down, up, down, up, down. They're never.
Yeah, he can't relax. That's the one.
But
thing.
you force the relaxation by this. This is where you come into play. So too much affection has led to this, but not enough structure, i.e. if I ask you to do something, you're doing it. Everything's about being slow and calm, not letting his energy affect you, not letting his behaviour affect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I need to work on.
Yeah.
Sit.
Actions speak louder than words. If you're frantic with him, you're mirroring how he's behaving.
Sit.
Into a sit.
But it's normally.
But you see how this is like a temper tantrum. Like, but what is it like? What it is you can't talk to someone. Yeah. Now, if we flip this on its head, right? It's a bit like you having a male friend, and you not letting her talk to men. Yeah. You become a possessive person, or vice versa. You not it back into a sit. You not allowed to talk to women without you coming, going, "Who are you? What you do?" Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
sit.
Or you going out every 5 seconds. Where are you? Who are you with? Who are you talking to? If you did it to her, and vice versa, how do you think the relationship would play out?
Not very well.
But we have this with a dog. Yeah. The dog decides you can't talk to someone because what happens is the dog starts whining, fuss me, fuss me, fuss me, and you're like, enough, right, we've got to go. The dog's just learned how to get out of that situation. Yeah, you can't go and have a fucking piss without the dog having a fucking meltdown. Yeah.
It's like if we meet someone in the park and you try and sit.
Try and hug him.
He's all there looking for attention.
One of the simplest things I teach people with their dog, whether it's reactive, whether it's fucking high energy, whether it's anxious, whether it's friendly, is sit means sit. If you can achieve that, you have no fucking issues. But see how he can't sit for longer than 10. But this is what he does, because eventually what happens is he gets sick and tired of fucking being put back in that position, that he stops fighting you, and then the thought pattern changes. So he goes from that neediness to. But this is where he'll keep doing it and doing it and doing it. But this is where your patience comes into play.
Yeah.
You have to start sit, because all he wants is you to pick him up. This is Spoilt Dog Syndrome. This isn't anything bad's happened to him in terms of physicality. This is Spoilt Dog Syndrome.
Right.
Yeah. This is a dog that's not been created.
Sit.
When I ask questions, I already know the answers. Yeah. So I know he's not crate trained. Yeah. And if he was, he wasn't crate trained properly or for long enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because dogs that are crate trained don't exhibit this behaviour. Yeah, because dogs that are crate trained know how to spend short periods of time by themselves. Yeah. Whereas dogs that aren't crate trained, they don't spend short periods of time by themselves because they follow you room to room and settle down every time you settle down. But if you leave the room and the dog's in the crate, he can't follow you room to room. If you're exercising the dog properly and using the crate in a positive sense, the crate becomes a place of relaxation, a place to switch off, a place of spending short periods of time by yourself. Having a dog that wants to lunge and attack another dog is way easier to fix than something like this. Right, because this requires self-discipline. Not discipline for him, but self-discipline. This requires you to, every time he gets up, he goes straight back down. Every time he gets up, whether it's 10 times, whether it's 100 times, without you flustering, without you getting stressed. It requires you to be doing this inside the house and outside the house. If you ask him to do something, he does it. Right? See, but
sit.
But again, because we like to refer to them as our furry children, I've babied him, he's spoiled, and all that. When I flip it on its head and say if it's a child, if you ask your child to sit down, and the child went, "Nah, f*** you," I don't know any parent in the world that would wear that. But you just asked him to sit, and he went, "No, f*** you," and started sniffing the ground.